Hello, I'm your host, the Chicken Man with GKG Poultry. I'm here with the first step to hatching your own chicks, the collection and storing of eggs. Acquiring hatching eggs is the first step to hatching your own chicks. If you do not have chickens, or do not have a rooster with your hens, eggs can be bought, although it is a tricky business. One can acquire eggs from mail order hatcheries, online distributors, breeders, or other forms of poultry keepers. Like I said, it can be tricky. Infertile, poorly packaged, or mislabeled eggs are easily sold. Not to mention transit problems are all problems when buying eggs. So if you must buy eggs, look for those who have a good reputation and feedback, or even local breeders to cut out transit issues. Finally, with shipped eggs, let them sit and settle in a cool place to stabilize their temperature before putting them in the incubator. For reference, to those who do not know, store-bought eggs from the grocery store are unfertilized and will not hatch. Getting to collecting eggs from your own flock. This is the best bet when it comes to incubating the breed you want and have clean, fresh eggs. And with proper management techniques, one can maintain good genetics within the flock. The best time to start obtaining or collecting eggs is in early spring. This is better for fertility, egg storage, as well as the growing chick. You will need a rooster in with your hens to collect fertile hatching eggs. So what are we looking for in a quality hatching egg? First and foremost, cleanliness. The shell should be clean and without stains. Next, we look for the size of the egg, and if the size meets breed characteristics. Too small of an egg will lead to a weak chick if it hatches at all, while too big of an egg, chicks tend to grow abnormally and sometimes do not fully absorb the yolk. Double-yolked eggs fall into this category as well. The shape of the egg needs to be taken into account. Eggs that are too round, too long, misshapen, cracked, wrinkled, and thin-shelled are not suitable to hatch and generally will not hatch or die soon after. If they do survive, these undesirable traits are heritable. To maintain good breed characteristics, egg color should match that of the breed. Other considerations while collecting hatching eggs are the birds themselves. Too young of hens produce eggs that do not hatch well and lead to sickly chicks, while non-vigorous, sickly, or birds that do not match the breed's characteristics might need to be taken out of the pen during the period while collecting the hatching eggs, as to not harm the flock's genetic integrity. Of course, these eggs that are not suitable for hatching will still be fine for eating. After the eggs are collected, they need to be stored correctly while waiting to be placed in the incubator. Cleanliness is key to getting a good hatch. One way to proactively keep eggs clean is to keep the coop and the nest boxes clean. If needed, you can clean hatching eggs. You can use fine sandpaper to touch up dirty eggs or simply brush off dirty spots with a clean dry towel or finger. One can make a solution with a teaspoon of bleach to about a quart of water and dip the eggs for about a minute, then let air dry. However, I do not like using chemicals with my hatching eggs and very seldom ever use this method. If necessary, I run the egg under the water faucet. A key factor when cleaning eggs is not to rub them. Rubbing will push whatever you're trying to clean off into the porous eggshell and will wear off the protective bloom. For the most part here at GKG, we only keep clean eggs for hatching, and only choose to clean them if we really have to. One can candle eggs with an egg candler or a small flashlight to look for hairline cracks. This is not a necessary step, and we rarely candle eggs before incubation at GKG. After the eggs have been collected, selected, and cleaned, they need to be stored properly until ready to go into the incubator. Naturally, a chicken will lay her clutch, one egg a day, till her clutch is done. Then she will begin sitting on them. so it is only natural to collect eggs and let them wait before incubation. You can collect eggs for up to 7 days before seeing a significant drop in hatchability. Depending on the size of the incubator, you might not need to save that long, or you may save eggs longer to experiment. At GKG, we save up to 7 days of eggs and place them in the incubator on the afternoon of the 7th day. To store the eggs for the time described before, place the eggs in a clean carton with the big end of the egg up so the air pocket in the egg will not burst and ruin the egg. For prolonged storage, I would suggest tilting the carton to one side each day so the yolk will not stick to the shell wall. Once in the carton, the eggs need to be kept out of the sunlight in a cool, moderately dry place, like a basement, cabinet, or closet. The perfect temperature is at 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but anything less than 70 will do. Do not put them in the refrigerator. Extreme cold will only hurt hatchability. Some humidity while being stored is fine, but too much will promote bacterial growth. After storage, eggs are ready for incubation. I'll do a quick overview of the collection and storing process for your own chicks. First, obtain eggs via purchase or collect your own eggs. When collecting, make sure the eggs are clean with no cracks and take notice of the size, texture, shape, and color, and they fit the breed's characteristics. If needed, clean any dirty eggs, store them big end up in a clean carton, place the carton in a cool dark place till ready for incubation. That wraps up the first step to hatching your own chicks. Stay tuned for the next step, incubation. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And if you feel the need, hit the like button and subscribe. Goodbye.